Hello friends, it's story time. Here is a story titled The Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, on a beautiful farm, there was a mother duck. She had a nest full of eggs, and she patiently waited for them to hatch. Finally, the day came, and one by one the eggs cracked open, and cute little ducklings popped out. They were all yellow and fluffy, except for one. The last duckling to hatch was different from the others. He was big and grey and didn't look like the rest of the ducklings. The other animals on the farm teased him because he was not pretty. They called him the ugly duckling. The ugly duckling felt sad and lonely. He didn't understand why he was so different from his brothers and sisters. He decided to leave the farm and find a place where he would belong. So he set off on a journey, wandering through forests and fields, hoping to find friends who would accept him for who he was. But everywhere he went, he faced rejection and unkindness from animals who didn't want him around. Winter came, and the ugly duckling struggled to survive the cold. He found a pond that was frozen over, and he managed to stay warm by hiding in the reeds. As spring approached, the ugly duckling saw a flock of beautiful white swans swimming in the pond. He admired their grace and elegance, but he felt even more out of place because he was so different from them. One day, the ugly duckling mustered up the courage to approach the swans. He expected them to shun him like everyone else. But to his surprise, the swans welcomed him with open wings. They saw the beauty within him and accepted him as one of their own. As the ugly duckling looked into the water, he saw his reflection had changed. He was no longer a big grey duckling, but a beautiful white swan. He realized that he had been a swan all along, and it didn't matter how he looked on the outside. From that day on, the ugly duckling lived happily with his new swan family. He no longer felt lonely or sad because he had finally found where he belonged, with those who loved and appreciated him for who he truly was. The moral of the story is that it's essential to look beyond appearances and treat others with kindness and understanding. Thank you.